The original platformer tutorial describes how to make a projectile that recycles itself. To make multiples, we can modify this projectile to create clones of itself. So here's how the current bullet works. It just has a single copy of itself that it recycles. Let's go and modify that projectile script so that we can make clones from it. Okay. So what do we need? We're going to remove a bunch of stuff here and we're going to move some into the player script. The player script will create clones of this single projectile. We'll keep this when created, go invisible, disable physics, add the bullet tag. That's good. We will actually remove this and we're going to put this in the player when spacebar is pressed. The player will make copies of this, but we'll keep this on the bullet. So let's what can we do here? Control X to grab a copy and to cut those blocks, and then we'll go into the player script and Control V to paste them. So let's close the projectile script, save that. Now we'll edit the player script. And I'm going to scroll to zoom out a bit, press Control V. There are the blocks pasted. And then I'm going to go and move these down the bottom. Okay, so when we press spacebar, we want to create a copy of the bullet, and then we're going to send it some information. So we don't want myself to go visible, we don't want myself to enable its physics, but we do want to keep this if, else if. So what do we need to do first? We need to create the clone of the bullet. To create a clone of an object, we'll go to draw and grab this block. Create new instance of class. Create new instance of class. Let's put that in there. When we press spacebar, we're going to create a new instance of a class, and this is just the generic class block. It doesn't actually have a value. So we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to make a new class variable based on the bullet. And a class is like the concept of an object type rather than just the specific individual object. So for example, if you've got 100 bullets, the class bullet is the idea of the bullet and how the bullet should behave. The individual bullet would be one of those bullets out of 100, and maybe the individual is at a different position than another individual. You could also think of it as like the class of a dog, and then you've got your own individual dog that you own, but there's still the greater idea of dog. Okay, so we'll create this class. We'll go to variables and create variable, and let's call this our bullet, and the type will be class. Okay, and then we'll go and grab class bullet and create a new instance of class bullet. Now we don't know what the class bullet is yet. It doesn't have a value, so we need to go and set that up when the level starts. So we'll go all the way up here when we've set up our other variables. Variables set class bullet. This will happen when the level starts. And the way that we'll set up the class bullet is we'll go and find the bullet using its tag.